This is the Brand Identity Toolkit dashboard. From here, co-design admins are able to manage all of the pages, the assets of the website, as well as users and uh, global branding details. So let's start with pages since they're the most important. Um, to look into the front end of the website, you have to click on Brand Identity Toolkit and select View Site. The portions of the website which can be edited are, well, everything can be edited, but they're called different things within the Craft CMS environment. So for example, guidelines are their own type of entry. Brand assets and examples are both called single pages, so they can be edited in a specific place on the backend, which I will go over. And even the homepage has its own single page. So that's what we're going to be looking at primarily, is how to manage adding guidelines as well as the two other main pages, the gallery of brand example of examples and of the page of brand assets. So how do we add brand assets? How do we add examples? How do they end up on those pages? The footer at the very bottom of the screen will be generated automatically, so there isn't really a place to edit the footer, but I will show you how to edit the uh, top navigation, as you can see, and there's also an option for a footer navigation as well. So let's get going and into the dashboard to explore the pages and the general lay of the land. So this is the home of the dashboard. On the left hand side we have the navigation. Inside of the entries page we can see all of the different pages on the portal. In the singles area you can edit certain information on the single pages on the website. So by single we mean pages that are not static in that you can edit the content, but static in that you won't be creating new versions of them all of the time. For example, the home page, it has a very set structure. It's not as modular as the guidelines pages, for example. So these static pages are the home page, the downloads page, which will pull in brand assets uploaded elsewhere, which I will show you soon, as well as the gallery page or brand or examples page. Again, that page you can edit the opening blurb on this in this area, but otherwise the assets will be coming in from somewhere else. And then there's the login page as well as the 404 error page. So in the login page we can edit the background of the page, the background image, and in the 404 error page you can add text. So these are the pages that you can work with in the singles entry section. Then there is the brand guideline section, and this is where you can add sections. It's a little confusing, but you can add blocks or different areas or topics to your guidelines. So this brand guidelines sections area will actually be the thing that populates, each one of these will populate the single page, which you can't really do much, and that's why it's not listed there, called guidelines. So this is where you will add the guidelines to that page. And then there is the downloads area for you to add different downloads. The gallery page, gallery entries, where you can add examples of brand assets being used. And then the custom singles area, this is where you can add your own custom pages. So here's an example. We have an FAQ page, but you could add as many pages as you want and connect them to the footer navigation, or simply link people to them as needed in body text or anywhere you want. The only place where custom singles will not be able to be added is the very top navigation, which for simplicity only has the three main pages: guidelines, brand assets and examples. So entries is really where you control the majority of the content editing. In the global section, you control the brand, background colors, as well as the footer and the header navigation. So currently there's a header navigation, so at the very top of the website, but we don't have one in the footer, so I will add that to explain how that works. Under the brand, you can choose the colors for the portal, as well as the various logo files that will go over top of the banner, in the front page, and in the navigation, the header at the very top, the nav, fav icons, as well as an image loader. In the categories page, you can control the filters for the downloads and the gallery. So each page, the downloads and the brand examples, are organized by category, and in this area is where you can add them. So there's download filters and there's gallery filters. Under assets, you can see all of the different files that you are managing. However, you don't necessarily need to upload things to this area. There are fields for you to upload images and files in the entry section. The assets is there for your reference, and if you need to do any bulk uploading of assets, it can go here as well. In users, you can control users, create new ones, erase ones that you don't want anymore. And there are 3 types of users: gallery and user managers, portal visitor, and super admins. Under utilities, you can do updates to craft. You can update search indexes. You can update asset indexes. So this is important if things fall out of place with Amazon. You can do an asset index reset, and it will do the links properly. You can also clear cache and do a database backup. So literally just download a whole copy of your database. So those are all of the different areas of the Brand Identity Toolkit. In the following videos, I will go in detail over every single part.